Said I made up my mind this time. I'm taking it over.
Okay. Hey, good morning. BJ and Joe Ondo out and about on the Recumbents. Let's see, it's Thursday, I believe.
Yep.
And in the first week of March.
Thursday the 5th.
Thursday the 5th. And yeah, we just got back from going down the Homestead Trail South and checking out. That's been closed off for quite a while, a long time, because they were completely putting in a new bridge. And so we went down there to check that out. That was the first part of the video. And then we went down a little further and stopped at the Starbucks, and then headed back. And now we're on the Rock Island Trail, and we're heading for its current ending point at Powers Blvd. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video. And but yeah, they put in this new bridge, but they also put in a wider sidewalk because it was really hard to get across there. Someday that trail, the Homestead South, will actually go along Galley Road and then hook into the Sand Creek Trail heading south, and that would be a real nice improvement over, because now you have to go through several side streets, and some of them have really busy traffic. And I mean, they have bike lanes, but either parking lanes or bike lanes, but still not. It's definitely not real super safe. So that's why we didn't go any further on that way today. Besides that, they don't really have the world's best ways of getting back into town. The only really way they have is to pick up the Pikes Peak Greenway, and so that's mostly dirt on that part. And we got to take the trikes in to have derailleurs adjusted, and I got a little notchiness in my steering, so I'm figuring maybe it's time to have the bearings greased, or maybe replace the bearings, or possibly have them check the races that the bearings sit in your steering heads. The recumbent trike, of course, you have two steering heads instead of a single one like on a bicycle. So but yeah, today turned out to be a pretty nice day. It's high 50s, low 60s Fahrenheit. Howdy. And bike back. Now you can tell this concrete's been around for a while, because it's starting to develop some cracks and stuff in it. So eventually they're going to have to replace the slab, but it's not real bad yet, so they probably won't do anything for a while. So yeah, we're going to come up, head on down the trail here and come up on a couple of really good downhill sections. Of course, that means you have some really mean uphill sections, but
We're in Colorado. When there's a hill,
yeah, there's always a hill somewhere in Colorado. Very few of our trails are really what are a perfect rail trail, because most of our trails are actually urban trails. Okay, all right, it's Wee Factor 10. Oh man, these things are bumpy. as you can see, there's some spots here where they've painted to let you know, because I think that spot back there when you're coming down the hill here is what I hit that broke my the first hard mount that I had from my GoPro 6. So if you're real careful going down, try not to hit that, because it's a pretty good lip. The only problem is you're going really fast, so it's real easy to kind of miss that.
On your left.
Passing on your left. Thank you. Well, like I say, the weather's pretty good today. And you still feel a little chill in the air. Now, tomorrow, they're talking about that evil four-letter word snow coming in tonight, about 11 o'clock. And it's supposed to snow. I don't think it's going to be real heavy, but it's supposed to be enough to where we could get an inch or two. And on the ground, which isn't going to bode well for our appointment, but our appointment's not till 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, so we're hoping that we can that by that time the couple inches of snow will be melted at least enough to where we can get up to Angletech. So we've got two ways to get up to Angletech. One is the St Trail, which is the nice way, and then the other one is the I call it the South Centennial Extension, because it didn't used to be there, and that'd take you up to Centennial Boulevard, or actually it'd take you up to Fillmore, and then from Fillmore you can head over to you head down the hill, big downhill towards the Garden of the Gods Road and Angletech. Angletech, www.cycledifferent.com. Check them out if you get a chance. If you have any questions about adaptability for a trike, these people are about as smart as they come. They can do some fantastic adaptability work. Get a gratuitous Joe shot here. Yeah, this is the trail we talked about. They want to go under Powers Blvd so they can hook up the trail. I guess they're actually working on the, I guess it'd be the east side hookup of the Rock Island to to the west side of the trail. But they're still talking about going underneath Powers, and man, that's a 6-lane wide road, so I don't know. We don't have very good luck here with the underpasses, because most of the time they got water in them. There's at least like going down the Homestead South Trail there to check everything out. There's 2 underpasses, one on Palmer Park Boulevard and one on Murray Street, and you can't use either one of them because they're full of water and junk. And now the one on Murray they have blocked off with a cable, but the other one they still got it open, and somebody goes flying down there, you're going to be in for a not so good surprise. Passing on your left. But yeah, we had talked to the city because there's a little dirt path over here, and it'll take you over to Constitution Place or something like that, and then you could go across. Then you get on Constitution. You can use the emergency lane, and you could go across Powers Boulevard that way. But they wouldn't do it. Yeah, it's right here with this trash can. Now, see, you can tell we had a rain a couple days ago. Like I said, we're heading for the end. And I guess what they're going to do is they're going to, kind of paint a bike lane onto the access road here that's in front of Powers Boulevard, and then they're going to go down a little more south on Powers. Thank you. Going to go down a little more south on Powers, and somewhere through there they're going to dig underneath. We were hoping they'd build an overhead bridge type pedestrian way like they have for I-25, but I keep hearing that ain't gonna happen. They had a brewery here back over there, but it closed down. They opened up a lot of breweries over the last 10 years, but they've also closed down a lot in the last 5. Although I'm really not sure this is like a very good location. So yeah, that's Powers Boulevard right there and all the insanity. And this is the access road that they'll make the bike lane down. So we're just going to turn around here and head on back down.
I mean, the reason the brewery closed down though is there's no good access to it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. It definitely is not the world's easiest place to get to. I mean, I kind of understand why they picked it, because lots of room, But yeah, it's not. As the old saying goes, when you put a business, it's location, 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 and if people have to go out of their way to get to you, well, they'll go someplace else where they don't have to. That's human nature. Yeah, we had kind of. Yeah, we were also kind of hoping maybe they'd take this. It's not an official trail, but it's a made trail. But it's right there, and it goes up to Powers, and then you can follow it, and it goes up, and then runs you into Constitution. So you could also go, because across Constitution Avenue they have lots of good places to eat. They have 2 or 3 actual restaurants, several fast foods, and but right now the access to get there is just about a gigantic pain in the buns. No, it is a pain in the buns. It's just not easy to get there at all. I'm going to shoot a little this way just because when you head to the west, you see a lot more mountains. See a lot more of the foothills. But before we get to the really super downhills, I'm going to go ahead and let you go for a minute or two, because the downhills are even more fierce this way. And I want to be able to have both hands on the brakes, just in case. But yeah, I'll give you another report on our Sena R1 intercom helmets. Howdy. so far we're pretty darn happy with them. Yeah, like I said, you know, they can be a little clumsy at times, but we're getting stuff down a little bit better about knowing what's going on with them. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and kind of put the camera away for now, and we'll get back at you. Bye. We're back again on the lower part of the rock island. This is the older asphalt section here, and yeah, so like I said, we went up to Powers there and kind of ended that, and then shot the downhill on the hard mount cam, because I like having both hands on the bars when I'm going down those big, because that one big downhill you can hit almost 30 miles an hour if you really let it go. So, and this time luckily the hard mount camera actually stayed on. But yeah, I just want to say again, you know, thanks for checking out the video. Howdy. And if you're new here, welcome. If you've been a subscriber for a while, thank you very much. And we'd appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Now, I'm not exactly sure where we're headed right now. Howdy. I may have to pull over and have a conference with the missus here and figure out what where do you want to go from here?
Somewhere to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good place. Let's see. Well, we could either go to Good Neighbors, or we could go down to Building 3. Coffee house.
We're going to go to Building 3.
Okay. Howdy. We will do that then. Buttons across here. So we're going to head to Building 3 Coffee. We'll jump off the trail and head over there, and but we'll probably go ahead and end this once we get down here so far, because to get to Building 3 we have to get on Cascade Street. Howdy. And that part of Cascade Street doesn't have a bike lane, so it's howdy. So it's kind of a bit boring, and there's not much to record, but we got a ways to go, so we'll go ahead and take you down so far. Okay, now we're coming off the old asphalt sections of the Rock Island here, and looks like we can go ahead and cross now. Yeah, this is the newer concrete section of the Rock Island Connector, and absolutely love it, boy. This is probably some of the smoothest concrete trail. When these guys laid this, they did a great job, boy, because it's smooth. Yeah, like I said, we've got a pretty good chance of at least a couple inches of snow coming in tonight. Well, tonight and into tomorrow morning. Howdy. Then we gotta hope we can get a decent melt for Saturday afternoon so we can get up to Angletech. And then Sunday looks pretty good, so we might ride Sunday. We might take a break. We've ridden a couple days in a row, and sometimes we kind of like taking a you know, taking a break, you know, do something a little different, move a different set of muscles. We do quite a bit of walking. Well, we're on a walking program with our medical insurer, Rocky Mountain Pace, and although it's kind of funny, we're the only ones that they keep track of our trike miles too. So we're the only ones that do that. Kind of a shame because, you know, there's a lot of seniors there I think would really get more bang out of life if they'd get on a recumbent trike. Because it's you know, we've seen people that have crutches and canes and stuff mounted to their recumbent trikes. But yeah, again, you know, like I said, thanks for checking us out, and hopefully you had a chance to get out and ride, even if it was just after work. Because even a short ride's better than no ride, that's for sure. So now we're going to jump off and be on the actual, because this is actually the Rock Island Trail. But once we come over the crest of the little hill here, get up to the junction between Shook's Run Trail and Rock Island. This is the newest part, which was called the Rock Island Connector, but I don't think they use that term much anymore. I think they just call it Rock Island. Be real careful here because it gets a little thin right here, and sometimes you get, you know, people riding side by side like they're not supposed to. Real decent view of Pikes Peak there, except for the trees getting in the way. Yeah, that tote goat of his is not supposed to be allowed on the trails. Not that thing's allowed. But the problem of it is, there's not enough enforcement to be able to get them off. We only have a very small contingent of what they call the rangers that work for the city. So they don't you don't really see those, you know. There's only like a half a dozen of them, and we have, you know, over 100 miles. When you get to the top, stop, dear.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do. The way would be in your way.
Well, that way we can end the video too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody, this here's the end of the trail. So for BJ and Joe Hondo, out and about on the recumbents, till we come together next time, my friends, happy trails. Bye.
Yeah.